Yes. Oh my goodness gracious. Hi there, I'm live. My name is Chris Fair, and welcome to my channel. Here's what's happening. I often do 90-day recaps if you're brand new. And if you aren't brand new, you may have noticed I've been doing 90-day recaps for before the 90 days. And I decided, after much fanfare, to jump in on this The Other Way season, honey. And it's episode 18. It's called Torn. Because when the Sumit Jenny stuff happened, I literally got hit up by people, and people were pissed, and people who didn't, like, who had just started following me, like, went to my website and emailed me and was like, why aren't you talking about this? And how dare you? And I was like, oh my God, they're right. How dare I? Look, I have excuses for not doing other shows like Love After Lockup, like in the sense of just doesn't fun to like talk fun about because it's all like one type of person and one type of experience, it seems. But this show isn't, and thank God. I got this new Hydrate Smart Spark 3 water bottle, and I love it. It has an app and tells me how much water I'm drinking and goes into my Fitbit. She's on one. Okay, so who's here? I didn't even look yet. Oh, hi, guys. Oh, ladies, what's happening? Sabrina's here. Colleen's here. Cece, Amanda, Lisa. Hi, my name is what? My name is, perfect. Estivali, hi. I'm so happy you all are here. So that's what happened. I haven't been talking about this show. This show blew up. I don't know. Someone just WhatsApp me. I don't even know who it is. This show is blowing up. People are like, where is your thoughts? Where are your thoughts? And I was like, you're right. And so I spent a long time getting caught up, honey, and here I am. Okay, so let's talk. Let's start with, so Drusilla, which I don't know her name, and Jehoon, like her name is like, I don't know what her name is. It's like, I wrote Deacon here, but it's like, I know it's spelled wrong. It's like Del something, but she's Drusilla from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know she has a daughter named Drusilla, and like, that must be like she is that. She like talks like her. She is that, just like that, like, Spike. If she didn't have the accent, like not the English accent, like that's that same girl. Right? Okay. And also one more thing about her, every time that this is like a little titty shirt. Every time that she's in her like confessionals, she looks like she is like in a nice prison. She looks like she is being interviewed after like having killed someone, and her, like, she's in prison and this confessional is happening as like, there's an armed guard in the corner, but it's like a nice prison for like nice girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they somehow are taught etiquette at the same layer. It's like a 50s style dress, and it's like orange, the same color, right? Devon. I love you all so much. This is a sad, depressing show. I know. Oh, still binging. Oh my God, I love you all so much. Thank you all for being here. It's good to see you, Lisa. You're the best. Okay. So but here's what's happening. So Drusilla and Jehoon go to meet. I'm laughing because I can't say his name, not because he has a different sounding name to my American ear. They're going to go meet his friends, right, at a Korean style bar that I also tried to write down the name of that place, he said, and it's not for easy thing for me to say right now. I'm not going to do it. But there's like Korean style street tent bars. You kind of just like pull up under a tent, probably sit on a crate, honey, like it's just real cash, like it's kickback and cash. And these two dudes are like, what, when they see this girl? Because it's like, they don't see a lot of like American girls just like hanging out with their friends. And like, it's a little bit like a fantasy, and they just don't get why she's with him, I think, a little bit. Because they kind of like know him as being a fuck up who just like can't keep money in that pocket. Okay. So fun parts are when he gets there with her, like he tells them to like shake her hand like American style, and the way that they shake her hand is like, oh yes, my hand, yes, like. Like, oh, thank you, yeah, which I thought was just like also cute. Like it's just like them trying to do this thing, and then honey, they bring over shots of sake soju, whatever. But all I know is that I would get it too. I'd be like, "You're supposed to just throw these back, right? These smell horrible. You can't possibly suffer through this. This is like a tear off the Band-Aid, right?" Like she's just like a one and a two and a three. And he's like, "Oh, you sip it." She's like, uh, oh, 4 shots later, you're gonna tell me? And she's like eating some noodles, honey, and she just like drops noodles in her lap, which is something I would do. I don't think there was broth in the noodles. It looked like a tiny cup with just like noodles plopped in. I wanted the noodles. You don't think I don't want noodles? Oh, I want noodles so bad. My dad got these fancy Indonesian packaged noodles. It's like fancy Indonesian top ramen. They come with like a chili powder. I forgot our chili paste, like a chili oil, and I haven't used it. I'm so excited, but I want to get some like fresh vegetables and like toss it in. Why am I telling you this? As if it's like this is why I love food so much. I'm just gonna like dee 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 dee. Okay. So anyway, she's talking to them. She's like, what? She's like, using her translator to be like, is he, a horrible person? Why is he in debt? Is he still doing that shit? You know. They're like, no. And he was, greedy and they have this like drive over to get married, which is like, straight up getting, you know, the like supreme whatever the court to write off on it, the actual like license, the actual getting married part, which I think is somewhat like America. You just like kind of just go the just whatever, not just the piece, but like when you get your license, you just like get it done, right? But they're like, oh my god, it was just like you just get it, you just turn in homework. But it's like, yeah, the same. You haven't had your ceremony yet, and she's like, yeah, we haven't. And she also makes him promise that she gets to manage the money before she signs off on the marriage because he is not to be trusted, which is the theme of The Other Way. Men, not to be trusted with money. Okay, so let's move on. Laura and Aladdin. Oh, honey. Okay, so they're in the middle of the 3-day wedding situation. This is now day 2. Wait, yeah, because, yeah, this is day 2. And she's like wearing some pink shirt, and Aladdin is like, you look great, red lipstick check, eyebrows check, face check, pink shirt, take that off. No, 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 no. La 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 la, And he obviously Liam, which is Laura's son, blew off the first night. Liam is Hadam. No, Liam is very much a mommy's boy. Really needs to, kind of like get off that teat and into the real world, honey. I don't know what their past is because I mean, I kind of have an idea, but I wasn't there. And like, but this is a really hard thing to watch because he really hates every part of what's happening with his mom, yet he's there. It's like, why did he come just not to go? Is it anxiety? Did they pay for the flight, the producers, and he was like, fine? Like, it's so weird. Like, he actually came to the country not to come. It just feels like it would have been so much easier for him not to have come. So anyway, but I like the fact that low-key Laura like throws shade at her. Like she's like, okay, so like she obviously she has to like defend her son, halfway against like what Aladdin's like, where the fuck is he? And it's like rude that he's not here and like it's babyish. She's like, yeah, but he's sick. But she's also throwing shade because like it's diarrhea, okay? Like on national television, she could have literally said like anything else. She could have been, well, I don't know. She could have said a lot of other things. But she said that. He is a baby. Now, here is also where she's not to be forgiven. So she goes to the second night, right? The second night's money night. And it's like a bling bling thing. It's like, flashy. Weddings are just flashy in a lot of cultures. I think about like, in comparison, like Lebanese weddings or, or if you guys ever want to look at a crazy Instagram, the Instagram of Lebanese weddings is bananas because it's like over the top Disney style, like firework, multi-million-dollar weddings. This is obviously different, but it's both are showy. And then if you like think about another favorite show of mine, which I've talked about on this channel, which is gypsy weddings, it's like, it's interesting how cultures like like bling, colorful, big, like jewels are just like it's so like paint the bride, bold colors or whatever. But I love that stuff. Now, I again am Lebanese Christian Catholic. Like my dream wedding, I have planned it to a T. I know what it's going to be. I've never been married. By the way, before I tell you my Lebanese Christian Catholic dream wedding, there are 13 thumbs up and there's 48 people in this room. I'm going to go on and do the rest of this don't worry, this recap. And by the way, I'm so sorry I can't talk to people in the room. I have to get through this. If you want to say something so super huge, you're welcome to super chat, but no press. However, this is the part where you really could help me by giving me a free thumbs up, by giving me a little thumbs it up, likes it up. It really helps my algorithm. And I'm like not a big YouTuber. You can see I have less than 6,000 subscribers. I am doing the small work. And so as people watch the show and like are tweeting or I don't know, just like searching for people on YouTube to talk about this stuff. If you like this video, it'll just like help YouTube be like, oh, she's creating content people enjoy. We'll put her up in the feed and more people will come and see her and like I'll make a cent off of this. I love you all so much. Okay, so my Christian dream Catholic dream wedding is like definitely a white dress or a cream dress. It's a bunch of lace. It's like a long ass train. It's like Maria in Santa Me. It's like a long ass goddamn train like down a church aisle. I already know what church I have to get married to because my grandparents built a Byzantine Catholic church here in the valley in the older generation of Los Angeles. And so I'm absolutely getting married there. I'm not saying I go to church there all the time, but I am getting married there. And so that's what my situation is. And then my dad wants me to get married at a certain hotel here in town. I kind of would love to get married at like a big fancy, like beautiful hilltop home or something. Doesn't that sound nice? Anyway, but she is just making fun of the Tunisian wedding that Laura's in up and down. She's like, I look like a Christmas tree. I'm like Mr. T. I'm in so much jewels. It's just not for me. She's like, in henna, she looks miserable. Like she looks happy, miserable. She's just like, she kind of looks like not to like go between the 90-day things. You know how miserable Terry from 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days of Avery and Omar, Terry's that miserable in that hijab when she looks like E.T. She's like, that's how much like she's just like, she was like this night. Okay, so I'm wearing a headband. By the way, I spent like $1 on 3 headbands at the 99-cent store because headbands are back in and you heard it here first, unless you heard it somewhere else because it's somewhat trendy. Okay, that's like weird. 90s dream, like preppy. She's a bitch. Okay, I'm on one. So she's making fun of it left and right. It feels really awkward. It feels like you're not appreciating the culture you're in. I don't know why you're getting married to someone who's like in a beautiful culture that you just don't even get or appreciate. I know you're miserable because no one in your family is there, but like at the same time, get a clue. You are in like a beautiful cultural garment. Yes, you do look like a Christmas tree, but at the same time, that's for me to say, not for you to know. That's for me to say right now on a bitchy comment. For you, you have to be like, it was lovely to be shown so much warmth by his family. To make to make me feel so beautiful in their way and give us so much money. So this is, I mean, I don't know about this. It's like so different from any weddings I've been to. So during this money night, she gets dressed up. She sits on a fancy like velvet, like fainting couch, like okay. Or I don't even know, like just a fancy couch and red velvet. And he's somewhere else. Like he's with his dudes. Like he's like not around her. And then at some point they get together and then the DJ just like opens up all the cards. It's like people come up and just gives them money and the DJ like announces it. So it's just like a status thing. You can't be like, Mr. and Mrs. Chad and Smith gave a $5 Amazon gift card. Well, get the fuck out. You don't deserve the food at this party. That's not one drink, like, it's just like, it has to be like, it's so funny to be like, the brother of the bride, the brother of the groom gave $500. Ooh, good. Or that was cheap, or he could do better, like, it's so interesting. Then they get together and they like somewhat dance, and she's just like really miserable the whole time. And she's like, I fake smiling. And I do feel bad for her. It's just that I also feel mad at her. I'm bad mad. It's like she deserves every part of it because she shouldn't be getting married to this dude. She shouldn't be getting married to him. Don't be getting married to him, honey. At the same time, it's like, and if you are going to get married to him, then respect his culture and be like into it and don't like lambast it on national television and like not get it. It's so rude. Mm, I have to get over it. Okay. So then, so then the next morning, which is the morning before the third day of the wedding weekend, Aladdin goes and talks to Liam. They go to the hammam, honey. They're going to go to the spa, which is like customary and just like relax and get all clean. And Aladdin goes with the knowledge that Liam has told his mom, Laura, that Aladdin is just like all the rest, and like that she should just not marry him and just give up on love. And so he's kind of like doing this thing. He's like, brother, so I hear you talk to your mom, and do you have something to say to me? I don't know. I heard it though. And Liam is like, because he's a little boy, little baby, and like probably intimidated by Aladdin in many ways. Sure, listen to some man. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, I have no problem. And I really was sick. I really just had diarrhea. Like, okay. And then he like presses him. And finally he's like, well, yes, I did say some shit about you. He's like, Aladdin's like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to, whatever. And then he's like, just lays it all on the table that, he doesn't feel like his mom should get married and like he's all the same. But what is shocking, because like that all was annoying and babyish, and you're just kind of like, okay, you don't really know the situation or how bad those other dudes were. So like, has he just seen his mother make poor choice after poor choice? This does seem like a poor choice, and like that part you get, and then it comes to this part where he's like, I don't want her to have any other kids, and Aladdin's like, well, we're absolutely having kids. I'm having kids, and he's like, no, she's not, and that's it. That's where I draw the line in the sand. No, she's not. And he's like, why? He's like, because if she does, she's not going to give me any more attention or money. And then he's like, you're 22. You're 22. What do you mean your mom's not going to give you any more love or attention if she has another baby? Now, here's the thing. It's like I have to be devil's advocate because do I think she can have another baby? Like, absolutely not. Like her and Angela, they're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, put a fork in them. But like at the same time, it's like, come on, Liam. You're both sick. Is that what it is? Is this, this is where it's hard. Sometimes I'm like, which one's sicker? Am I in a parallel universe? This is like, again, some like Grey Gardens type stuff, right? Where you guys are just like, in some mental illness cycle, feeding back and forth, and we just don't know which one we're like in. Like, oh, ooh, oh, like it truly. Oh my god. So, also, side note is, do you guys hear this? That she said that she was pregnant on Instagram. They had an announcement, and then she said she really wasn't pregnant. That it was like a not a fallopian pregnancy, and not in a, it's like, e-spockle, you guys. You're my ladies will know. Ectopic. Yes, Colleen. Thank you. Ectopic. Ectopic pregnancy. You guys do know that. Okay. I don't know if you guys know that. So anyway, that's what happened. It was like really shady, and it's like, what? And it just feels like a full publicity thing. How very easy to be like, I'm pregnant. Oh, I'm not. Sorry. To get that initial like, what? I would do it. Listen, and I'll tell you this right now. If I got like on some sort of show that would like catapult me to fame, if I started to play a little bit of the game, which the game is like getting press, and sometimes negative press is press and press is press, you know what I'm saying? If I had to do that, and I have no problem telling you guys this right now, because there's basically only 72 people in this room, so it's just us, and no one's gonna believe you guys if you say it later and this happens. I'll delete this video, no one saw it. I would totally do that. Be on some reality show, be like, I'm pregnant for like a month, and be like, oh no, not. Even though I know it'd be bad, I'm not saying it's a good thing, and I feel like it's bad karma, but I'm just saying, if I wanted to like play that fame game, it's a game. That's a game. Because you know why? Because that's a news story. That's why. During the run of the show, to then have a news story of like, and we're pregnant, that's exactly what you want. Or that we're getting married, or or like we're broken up, or cheating. Like obviously Larissa and Colt played the best. Anyway, so so anyway, this, I'm so sorry, I like went on a tangent. The scene in the hammam doesn't end well, right? Those two dudes are not seeing eye to eye. They're like basically like agree to disagree, and then Aladdin just like jumps in that jacuzzi. Evelyn and White Bread Corey, just Wonder Bread. He FaceTimes her when he's home. Yes, his dad died. God bless. I do feel bad for him. He FaceTimes Evelyn. He like misses her. She's like, cool. See you when whatever, like, I guess. Just text me, and he's like, I miss you. I'm gonna be back right now, and he like cries with his mom. He's like, I wish I could stay, and like has one foot out the door because he just like is so whipped. And I just like, it must be weird and nice to just have a man so in love with you and just be like, man, I could really take or leave you. She really can. But she is happy to see him off the plane, but not as happy as him to see her. A, because like he doesn't have to do that crazy travel before that he did before, but also that she cared enough to come. But also C, because he loves her more. And so he's so happy to see her. And she's tan, and she's like, you look even tastier, and he's like, you look even more beautiful. And whatever, it's so funny. But then this is an interesting little snippet. So they get back to the house, whatever, in the outdoor and kitchen area that she's cooking in, and she's like, oh, I blocked my ex. And this is like obviously the ex has caused all the trouble. And he's like, oh, the one that I've been asking you to that you like wouldn't? She's like, yeah. And he's like, why do you guys talk? You guys get in a fight? She's like, no, I don't even talk to him anymore. And I feel like that's exactly what happened, right? You think out of the blue, she was like, well, his dad died. I'll block my ex. I just don't even think so. I think that he knows her. That's what I thought too. I was like, ooh. If you agree that you think that definitely while he was gone, she talked to her ex and got in a fight or something, and then blocked him because of that, and then wanted to like use that, like, look what I did for you, when it was like definitely a thing that happened for her. Like, let's say an emoji, give me, uh, yeah, thumbs up. Violetta, you're right. That's just like, yeah, but I think that she's kissing his ass because I just saw that little thing, Beth, because I think that she, A, knows his dad died. B, I know that she does not want to get married. And C, he has 1 month left. So if she doesn't want to get married to him, she's just kind of like, well, maybe I feel like she's like, I'll just, and this is maybe me guessing, maybe I'll just make his last month fun. It's the best I can, since I'm not going to marry him and I'm going to have to like turn him down, and what's going to be an arguably awkward situation and conversation when he thus asks to marry me. And I'm like, and then he's like, but that means I'm going home. And I'm like, so maybe she just was like, I'm going to give him some pleasure. Look, I'll pick him up at the airport. I'll tell him I blocked my ex. I'll cook him salad, some kind of thing. Like a stewed tomato on the side. I bet she gave him like a little, not like a full BJ where like he got to like in her mouth, like, and this is a lot of information, but I think that she probably like gave him a little like fluffer sitch, which she never does that night because the dad died. I mean, she's cruel. She's cold and cruel. I like her. Okay, and I actually kind of hate her. Okay, because I feel bad for her, him. Um, so okay, so wait, where'd I go? Oh yeah, sorry. Ask what happened. I messed up. I put other people's here. Oh yeah, okay, whatever. So that's all I have about them. Sumit and Jenny. So this is awkward. So we get to obviously hear what happened from his point of view now, which is everything, all of the cards on the table, which is the following. He was talking to Jenny, honey. His parents signed him up for this arranged marriage. Didn't want to marry her, didn't love her, couldn't get out of it. Loves Jenny, wants to live with Jenny. It's very intense in India. Like it's business there. It's like, and families are almost like, this is what it, I'm not quite sure. This is not me talking from a place of me knowing. This is what the show kind of like led us to believe that families are like kind of like gangs, gang mentality, that they're like gonna go get someone and like push them in like in the room and like hold them there like a hostage, and other members of the family is going to come like cousins and watch it happen, and they're going to sue them in court, and everyone gets on the same page and lies with the same story. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so that's what happens. So that when he so that he gets married in the arranged marriage, and he does not like it. He doesn't like this woman. He loves Jenny. He can't get, he doesn't know how to deal with it. Jenny comes out here. The father-in-law finds out. The father-in-law on a motorcycle, like follows him after, like he left his parents' house to this apartment. That's where he then, I guess, texts, or someone texts Sumit, tells them that they're outside. And that's when he's like, lock the door. Then, that's when Jenny like opens the door and finds the man to Sumit. And then she goes runs in the room, and right, she has her whole story, how she's like in the room and she's like hearing all this and people are breaking things and yelling. And then she like runs. My favorite part of the story for some reason is this visual of her running from one room to another through a crowd of people. Like this must have been the craziest scene. And in this moment, I'm like, I can't believe you didn't just put cameras in Jenny's apartment. Why this isn't like Big Brother style, where there's just cameras all over the apartment, and anyone who comes in has to assume some sort of liability. There's just a posted sign that says if you walk into this room, you are going to get filmed and your image will be used, because I would pay money to see all this go down. All these people running around and like the things like me, like mom's being mean, so pissed, and I get it. And then this crazy ass blonde, like straggly hair, banshee white woman runs through like, like goes to the other room, like Sumit like is like in the corner, like dukes up. Oh my God. It's really upsetting that that doesn't exist. Okay. I just got to get over it. So after he relayed all this message, and that specifically what happened is he then was asked if he loves Jenny, and he says yes, and that doesn't go over well because his wife is there too. And then the family just like takes him away into his house and keeps him there for 5 days. And he goes and meet his friend out in a park. They allowed him to leave for this park visit that's also not to be filmed. Thank God. So this dude's like, dude, what's up? And he's like, nothing good, man. Like my life's over. So bad is the answer. What's up? Everything bad down. The dude gets it, and they're both kind of explaining the situation, is specifically about the legal ramifications of why this is bad. Because it's like, yeah, like what, he cheated on her? Like, it's not the cheating, it's the fact that they can lie for and to get at the family and get at him to pressurize him to just stay with her. Like my thought is, don't they know it's going to be on television? Like it's already horrifying and like wouldn't you just at this point be like, get him to go? Like get him out of here. He's a weak asshole who obviously doesn't love my daughter or is going to treat her right, who obviously doesn't respect their marriage or the way that we do things here. Let's get her someone that does. We're on the street. She's young and hot. You know what they say. I just so, but I guess it's a cultural thing. So they're like, no, we would rather her stay with him and like us sue all their family in court and just like say that he beat her up and was an alcoholic and all that stuff, ruin his life, get him in jail. And then, what the craziest part is, Sumit's like, I'd rather be in jail. So, yeah, that's really that. Those people. Let's see. I did Evelyn and Corey. I did Laura and Aladdin. I did. Well, I guess that's all the people, right? This is so funny because I'm not used to it being done. 31 minutes. You guys, I talked about everyone, right? Help. This is my first time doing this show. Can you believe this? Okay, I think I'm done talking about the show. So only this. I will continue in this room and talk to you guys now. So if you're watching this for just a straight recap where I don't talk to people in the room, you know, watching after this live, do you later on, honey. You can leave. But I'll continue talking to people in this room and we can talk about the show. What was happening while Smith was catfishing her? Okay. Oh, one more thing I want to say, sorry, about I want to say about Jenny that because this is the first time I'm talking about these people is this. Why does Jenny look Jenny's daughter? Why does Jenny's daughter look exactly like her wife? They have the same face, like the same bone structure. I feel like it was some sort of like lesbian parent trap where they both were like, we have the same face. Let's fall in love. I mean, it's just interesting. Chris, are you shocked by Laura's lack of care about her clothing, looks, makeup? I mean, specifically, yes, because of the fact that these women want to be with younger men. Like, that's why, with Rebecca before the 90 days and Zayed, she's putting on all the filters, honey. She has red hair, orange hair highlights on yellow hair. I mean, God bless, like she's doing a cat ear, honey. She whatever she can to like, and that's a little too much. But yeah, I mean, to have her hair is straggly. I mean, she looks like kind of like a Xerox copy of a witch. I hate to say that, but I mean, she just looks like haggard and frumpy. And that's just, I think, overall a lack of awareness of like personal hygiene, manicure, and style. Truly. You can really do a lot with like some care and upkeep. And, that's just like, yeah, like, but I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying every woman has to care about that, especially after a certain age, like you've lived a life or whatever. But like, if you are trying to be with young men, there's like, I'm trying to be with younger men. I mean, not younger, actually, I'm not trying to be with younger men than me. But I'm saying like, I'm trying to be with men probably the same age as like whatever. I don't even know how old. I think Smith's like 30 something or whatever. Like I'm like roughly the same or whatever. And I'm wearing makeup. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so that's how okay, yeah. But it's just weird to me that I was thinking about lesbian parent trap where you just like see your twin sister, but then you're also like, let's get married. You look alike. Let's make kids. They can use like one of their egg. They can use both eggs, and the kids are still gonna look alike. So good for them. I really feel like Sumit is obviously disgusting, and I wish I could see his wife, and I like wish that there was some sort of post that we could find of her, and I wish that she would just come out and be like, "Yo, look at me. I'm gorge, you know. This is what he's going out on. And then she just like plays Beyonce's Lemonade album, you know? Like that's what I want. I want Sumit's wife to come out with her lemonade. There's a pic of her on Facebook, Amanda K. White. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to my Facebook group? Can you go to Vanity Fair and post that picture? Please, if you would you. I'll be your best friend. I need to see it. Okay. I will see if I can. Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah. Boy, bye. Ah. And yeah, like I like Aladdin. Now I'm just like, if I think that Aladdin's cute. What do you guys think? I think that he's like kind of mask and kind of cute. And I mean, does a good job of making me seem like he cares about Jenny. I even kind of like the way that he dealt with the son, which was like when he first came out of the car like 2 episodes ago, but like when the son like had just landed, he was like super warm, right, with Liam. And he was just like, "Nice to meet you, bro." You know, like he's like Aladdin even like knows English enough to like know proper slang usage like really well, you know, like and that's not I'm not surprised by that because, a lot like for instance, I obviously just can I talk about being Lebanese more? No, but like most Lebanese people I know like from Lebanon like speak perfect English, perfect Arabic, and perfect French. Perfect. Perfect. Just like one of those I can't even speak English perfect. Anyway, so warm and nice to Liam, like and then in this conversation with him, in the hammam, I think that he's really trying. He's really coming from a place of like, look, like I'm not like I want to be like I'm not like those other dudes. I do love your mom. We are obviously married or getting married. And, I understand where he's coming from and Liam being like, well, you never knew my stepdad. And I was like, yeah, no, obviously I'm 30, you're 20. No, I know. I never said, first of all, did you hear me say that word? No, right? You didn't hear that, right? Because I didn't say it. Because I don't think it. But like, his conversation with him is trying to be respectful. Like, look, like, I really want you to like be with us. He keeps using the word us. Like, I want you to share this time with us. Be in this wedding with us. It isn't like, come to your mom's wedding with me. What are you doing? You're stupid. He's like really trying to like extend an olive branch, if you will. And it's just, oh my gosh, Lisa. It's just really interesting. So, side note is Christian Gonzalez is here. I love you so much. And then Lisa, are you Christian Gonzalez number one? That's so funny. I loved when I had both Christian Gonzalez's here, but I'll take one Christian Gonzalez. Those eyes are good. That smile's good, like. And I also I really, I appreciate his like demeanor with Liam, which is like firm and masculine and trying to be respectful and trying to be warm, but also being like, that's crazy. I'm going to have a kid. You can't just like tell two grown ass adults what they're going to do because you don't want to share your mommy's attention. I mean, great. He's totally body obsessed, which is crazy that he's into Laura. I'm just gonna say this though, and I wonder if it's that. I know a lot of women who are more about their body than they're about their person's body. If we're talking about cisgender or like we're talking about heterosexual relationships, then like their dude's body, you know, a body is good, Shantina. Yeah, he just cares more about how he looks rather than how she looks. You think he's not into Laura? There has to be an ultimate goal there. Probably game in the USA. I imagine that he smells great. Oh, probably. Arab men do usually smell really good because they have good hygiene. Because like the Arab men usually have good hygiene and they take a multiple like 2 showers a day. And a lot of them have to shave like every day or if not more than once a day. because the hair be growing back thick. Lisa, she's jiggly jiggly, not jiggy jiggy. He's charismatic. That's my definition of hot, if he looks like he smells nice. That's so interesting. Does someone look like they smell nice? Ooh, I like that because it's like a weird specific sensual thing, like sensory sensual thing. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. Let's look at Tom Hardy. Let's look at Hawkeye's. This is really let's look at Hawkeye and see if we think he smells like. Okay. I think Tom Hardy's gonna look like he smells good in some pictures and bad in some pictures. Because sometimes a man can look rugged and look. Okay, let me pick one. Does Tom Hardy look like he smells good in this picture? Oh, I wonder how I get it to focus. Wa's better at, but Wa will be like, oh, no, no, no. You're all saying no. I went on. This is an interesting thing. I went on a demo today. I got a demo today of a new streaming platform, which is just made me think of this. It's called See Alive. Have you guys heard of it? CYA.live. And the concept is like in this moment, right? I want to show you this Tom Hardy picture. And like the best I can do in this YouTube chat is like literally what I did is show you my phone, which is getting ring light picture back and obviously can't even focus. But I did a demo. I saw this demo of the streaming platform where I could then control such a thing where I would be able to you would have a different interface, what you're looking at right now, which now is refocusing because I had used my arm. But I would be able to zoom pictures onto video chats so that if I wanted to talk about something specific, I could be like, "Shh." Isn't that kind of cool? Anyway. So it's called See Alive, CYA.live. And I thought it was interesting and I might explore more of it because it would just be so awesome to have more control over what you see and presenting content in this show if I had the ability to throw in pictures and YouTube videos and stuff of to talk about things. Could you imagine a recap of this where then I had pictures of what I was talking about in the moment? I could be like, this, her dress, you know, Laura dressed as quote unquote the Christmas tree at Money Night. Bloop, you can see it. It's yeah, I really want that. That'd be great. Who complains about being drenched in gold? I know. Not anyone related to me, not anyone I want to know. Mm. Listen, some people are silver, some people are in gold, but you're one of them. And you don't say no to it. Thanks, Shantina. It's a superhero name. Gold, gold, gold. My favorite color, truly. Anyway, so let's see. Anything else about Sing? Anything else about this show that you guys want to talk about, or any crazy points I'm missing, or because I had to just get up to speed. I have a question. We have 2 more episodes, I think, right? This was episode 18, and there's an episode 19, and then episode 20 is at the end of the season. Do you guys know? Liam is so weird. So awkward. I know. He's awkward in his body. I think that he's exploring sexuality. I think that he has some mommy issues, and maybe you all can fill me in on exactly what's happening there, or they've discussed why that is. It feels very Grey Gardens, and my thought is just go off to college. Maybe that's not an option. He's 22. Did that already happen? Does he have a job? Who told Liam that cowboy hat is a good look? I don't think that he's listening to anyone of sound mind or body. Asperger's. I just need to tell all already. Oh my God. The show leaves me clinically depressed. Liam ran to the bathhouse. Okay. I feel strongly that this is because I want to show this. I feel strongly that this is because he has seen so many men come in and out, and she has been serious with so many of them, and he has watched her probably lose her shit every time it fucked up with his development, maybe. I, you know, it's like this is yeah. Where does the truth lie? Do you remember the part where she's talking about like, and Liam hasn't liked any of the men I've been with, and there hasn't been that many men. I am making it a little more dramatic the way she said that, but I remember that part being like, I wonder how many men there was. You know, he definitely does seem traumatized. You're right, Colleen. So it's like, what has he seen? It's all right. It's like went down a deep hole in my mind, and then I just realized I was on live YouTube, and maybe I should like come back from it and be awake. Okay. She's obsessed with sex. That would be difficult. She shaved his dad's head. Haha. I wonder if Zayed borrowed his sister's cardigans because he was getting to dress nicely for TV, or if he truly believes that he's a medium as opposed to an XXL. Chloe Williams. Bye. Zayed. Can you believe they're together? Omar and Avery together. They just posted that picture of all of them in this Islamic courthouse. My God, Love Never Dies, which is, by the way, the name of the sequel of Phantom of the Opera. Did you guys know that? Did you know they made a sequel of Phantom of the Opera? It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Worst, I mean best, I mean worst. The worst, I walked out intermission, but I'm so happy I saw the first act. The shaved head bragging story was psychotic. Okay, I have to look up what you're talking about. I don't think I know exactly. She shaved his dad's head. The shaved head bragging story was okay. So you're telling me that Laura shaved Liam's dad's head, like what, before they got divorced? That's weird. Yeah, she was proud of it, like in some sort of like anger, rage, like Brittany. Wait, are you telling me that she like Brittany'd his head? She didn't shave it. She's okay. Well, you guys are confusing me. Laura caught the dad cheating. Oh, and then got mad. And what, in the middle of the night, she pretended she was another woman. She Brittany'd his head. Oh God, because he was a cheater. So she. Okay, so I. But what I'm trying to say is, how did she get his head in her arms? Was he asleep? Was she just like, I'm just going to cut your hair? Was she like coming at him? She catfishes him. Okay. So she catfishes the dad, trying to be another woman. She catfishes him and said, bald heads turn her on, so he shaved it, pretending to be a woman who loved bald heads. She was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. That is. That's crazy. I'd be proud of that too, though. If that's how I then left him, to be like, you fucking dumb asshole. I wish I, like, I would have been like, I wish I'd have asked him to do like a face tattoo. I think it's really, really hot when guys have like a face tattoo, like a big dick across their forehead. You just like keep sending him pictures on whatever dumb app like of nipples and stuff, and so he's like such a dumb caveman that he gets a dick on his forehead, and then you're like, "Fuck you dumbass, big divorce time, asshole." Liam seems like a brat. He is 22 years old, irregardless of who his mom has been. He has to let her go live her life, and he has to live his. I mean, Shantina, I know. It's like, that's like what's so annoying is like it's crazy what she's doing and it's crazy what he's doing because you have like nowhere to hang your hat. They're just it's like when you're learning comedy, like there's some scenes that are funny, like in crazy comedy scenes when it's like a two peas in a pod when it's two crazy people. But often you see comedy scenes where a straight man and a crazy person. In this situation, it's just beyond crazy person after beyond crazy person, and you're just like, Liam, like no, like your mom can do whatever she wants, and you're 22, and if she needed to have another kid, but she doesn't need to, but she could. I mean, the sense of like she should be able to. That's her life to choose, and her money and her attention. And you're old. And at the same time, Laura, don't have a kid. You're motherfucker crazy. Just like where it's anxiety ridden. It's anxiety ridden. It gives me. It's frustrating, is what I'm trying to say. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Colleen. Noah's mother is Laura. She's messed up and turned him messed up. Yeah. So Avery and Omar, when he told her if they argued, she just needs to be quiet. So Avery and Omar, when he told her they argued, she just needs to be quiet. Amanda, am I getting that in? Wrong. After 18, you owe them squat, especially if they act entitled. I have friends whose kids treat them like ATMs. Absolutely, like me. I just can't get over Laura never getting in the shower when she got to the apartment after that long ass flight. Yeah. Yeah. I can't. That would yeah. Yeah. Oh, love when I get you live wildlife supporter. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. I really, really appreciate it. And right now you are supporting wildlife. You are supporting wildlife, honey. It's crazy in here. This is wild. No, but thank you so much. I'm just playing. That's really, really sweet. I also like when you get me live. In a hideous nightgown. Like the planes are disgusting and traveling is so gross. You're surrounded by germs and you're touching everything and you're disgusting. And I can't imagine what feet look like. And you can't just like lay in a bed. I get grossed out. I like taking showers before I get into like a clean bed. It makes me feel nice. It's not, I mean, I'm weirded out too. Like when people come to my house after they like have traveled, like my preferred situation is for them to walk right through my front door, right to my shower. I would be like, "Hi, thanks. Just take off your stuff. Like, I'll just steam. I'll steam right now. Just like go right to the shower, wash everything off, get some fresh clothes, and then get to my couch. Like, I don't want you to be on my couch with your LAX germs. Hell no. I'm gonna have like mumps, measles, honey. They're not vaccinating anyone. I'm gonna have everything on my couch. I'm gonna have like a petri dish. Christian Gonzalez, I love you. Christian, she did shower. They just didn't show it. 90 Day Before, so much better than Other Way. Yeah, I will say this. Now that I have like caught up on The Other Way, I am so happy that if I had to like put all my money into one season, it's by far before before the 90 Day. They know it. I think it's why it's the Sunday night movie of TLC, 2 hours every night. That's family time. And even with the annoying Caesar, who obviously like what a letdown. I really loved him so early on, and he, really couldn't work it out. But Angela and Michael and all of them else, like it's ideal. It really is. And The Other Way is interesting because there are a lot of new couples, and it's interesting also to catch up on I feel like we're seeing Karini grow up, which is so crazy to say. Like you often say that for other situations, and you're like, "Oh, I'm watching Karini grow up. She was a baby when we first watched her, and now she had a baby. She's a grown woman now who hates Paul, knows everything, sees everything that's horrible about him. Like gets it now. It's like, I hate you, Paul. Did I talk about Paul and Karini? Oh, because they weren't on this episode. I just realized I was like, I didn't talk about them. Ha 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 ha. But it was because it was like the last thing we saw was like Paul's mom getting to their house, and that was like the last episode. Paul's mom got there, and it was actually really nice to see, especially after all the horribleness and fighting, and after that very painful birth. Okay, yeah, his mom got there, and it was nice to see him like with the baby and happy, and her, and she's just like, "Well, can you just be nice to me every day and help with the baby?" And they agreed to that. We'll just see how long that lasts. They were on maternity leave. Yeah, she deserves it, honey. She deserves after him like a maternity leave and a fucking paternity life. Oh my god, here's a thought. Karini and Liam are the same age. Shantina, that's a goddamn thought. That is a thought. Thank you. I'm happy you pointed out that thought. That's a great thought for us all to realize. Wow. Poor Karini. I almost like brought a tear to my eye because Karini really like had to go through it. We've really seen her grow. Remember all the acne and everything like that? Now she has these fake eyelash extensions. I mean, she's a different person. The doghouse was the best scene. Darcy was so something on before the 90 days. Oh no, Christian, do I not have a cool thing? And I can't see, I think, whatever your emoji was. It just is one of those squares. Drunk Darcy is the best. Oh yeah, honey, and we're gonna get that coming up next. Why don't we just get rid of this person? Hi, baby boo. We gotta like get rid of you. Okay. Love you. Bye. Bye bye. Okay, so Drunk Darcy is who we're gonna see on this next episode, and we knew it's. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet. Like, I can't believe that like she hasn't been drunk like any other time of this trip, because we make her seem like she okay. There's different types of people that have alcohol problems, in the sense of some people drink every day and it's horrible, right? Like it's like either wake up getting drunk and then this is like the worst of the worst, or some people drink, like have to drink every night, or some people don't have to drink every day, but every time they do drink, they can't control it. And bad things happen. Or they get, or they change in some way. And that's the kind of drunk person Darcy is. Sorry, hiccup, because it doesn't seem like she has to drink every day. It just seems like every time she does drink, she's very small. She's a tiny person. So that's a tiny body. It's probably like 2 shots and that's it. So that Darcy probably wants like 3 drinks. So the third drink is the killer. I mean, the 2 drinks, the second drink is the killer, and the third drink is like over the top. And that's when we get like, you love me. And Tom's asking for it. How dare he tell? And I have to still do the edited recap of the episode from last night, Sunday, which, by the way, obviously you guys know I did a live with Wah. But if for any reason anyone in the room doesn't know that, the episode of Before the 90 Day, I did a live with Wah last night. That's on my channel, and I will still do an edited recap of that episode because I like doing them. I will not be doing one for this episode of The Other Way. It doesn't deserve it. Let's just be honest. This is good enough. Come on. And I have to get off soon to start filming that or go to bed. One of the two. Colleen's awesome. Yeah, Colleen is awesome. My Nana's name is Violet. You guys are just like bonding. I didn't know Darcy smoked. Yeah, either did I, Lucy, but that is something we're learning. Tom had no intention of marrying Darcy and just wanted to say it. So that's what I wanted to say. You're right. So he had no intention of marrying Darcy, but then it's like, well, look, like I was going to take us to Gran Canaria and practically, which is where my parents got married and proposed to, just exactly what you wanted, just how Stacy did the first trip. And then you turned it into this going to Albania thing and then showed me your true colors with your stupid ass sister Stacy, and you ruined it. And now you'll never be married. And she's just going to drink herself into some silly black hole and never let Stacy live this down. Tom didn't want to be near her here in London, but didn't want to be around her in Albania, but may have asked her to marry him in Canaria. I know. Some people smoke and drink. Well, I used to in my 20s. No one has any intention of marrying Darcy. Drink, smoke, cry, slobber. Exactly, Colleen. Smokes only when she drinks, if you notice. That's what I did. Tom looks like he smells like mothballs. Oh, I know. And probably just has so many holes in those sweaters. That was awesome when Tom did that. Great TV. Oh, I was looking at Tom didn't, when he said that. Yeah. If you could be a producer for any of the 90 Day couples, who would you pick? Angela and Michael, right? I mean, yeah. And then he's like, no, because it'd be crazy to like have to follow them. And okay, God, then if they could like who? Oh God, I don't know if I could handle Angela, and I don't know if I would ever be around Scotty, her daughter, and so maybe I would have to pick Darcy. But then it'd be so sad to see Darcy around her daughters. Oh God, this is such a hard pick. I can't. I can't. I don't want to be a producer. I'm like, if I'm a producer on the show, it's just to like make me a host. Tee hee 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 hee. Um, Darcy, run. Tom is just a precious flower. New couples, Tom and Tim. I know, right? I've thought about that, Tom. They're so delicate and simple. And like, listen, Tim will get manicures and Tom will just hurt himself over and over again. But they can take care of each other. And then Darcy should be with Jennifer's dad, that like older Latin rancher. And Jennifer should be with Jesse because he's a personal trainer. And remember her first scene with her in the ropes? Oh my God. Are you guys like just, are you guys just like, this person's a genius or watching genius at work? Caesar's gonna end up unlocked and abroad. I know, right? I would produce Ben so he could have a friend. That's funny. Like no one's saying Caesar. No one wants to shake Caesar into like some sort of thing. Baby Lucy. I love that baby Lucy. Akini gets drunk next step. Oh, I know. That's also like, yeah, like, oh yeah, but there's alcohol aplenty next step of before the 90 days. And that's so confusing. Like, how does she get drunk? Can she get drunk? Has she gotten drunk? What's the legal age? She seems super Christian. Is that allowed? What does she get drunk on? And she doesn't seem like she's a no. She is drunk, but she doesn't seem like she's like horrible. But Benjamin just seemed like so taken aback, like I can't possibly marry her now. And it's like, okay, Benjamin, if you are going to be taken aback by some immature behavior, then maybe you should marry someone your own age. Mic drop. Margaritas. I forget that Katie's like, I'm like, Katie looks like she's 17 and me, like she's or 19. I can't wait to watch. It's gonna be really, really good. I like my dad was like, oh, we have opening night tickets to like the Laguna Beach Playhouse, which I do want to go see this like play. And I'm like, no, that's 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, and I have to watch it go live. Whoa. Blood of Christ, but with a live twist. Oh, ramen. I love it. Pastor kids drink most of all, access to wine, the sweetest, like port wine. The church I go to has wine you drink, and like the communion or Eucharist that we eat is actual bread as opposed to a host. I mean, I've gone to a Roman Catholic church or other churches where it's like a wafer. The host is a wafer, but this is like a piece of bread that they dip in wine, and that wine is always like so sweet. It's like Concord. I mean, it's like a specific grape juice wine, or just really gets at you. It just tastes homemade. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just like, did someone's like uncle make this? This is like moonshine wine, the bottom of this church. Pillow Talk. Do you guys watch Pillow Talk? I guess I should watch. I haven't watched one episode because I was like, is it like more? Because I don't like the, all. I don't like how my DVR gets filled with 90 Day in a sense that they have like the More to Love episodes, and it's like I don't need you to record a whole More to Love episode. It fills my DVR space. It like takes over, and like I'm not gonna watch that. I'm already watching 2 hours or 3 hours of your programming. So anyway, my whole point of the story is, I thought Pillow Talk would be like more of them regurgitating scenes I've watched, but it's like I do want to see commentary. I don't want to just keep watching like content I've watched over and over again. I'm like a little much. People like it. I used to like it. Oh yeah. Rebecca Ridiculous, like the background check on him who's running around flipping Mary. You're absolutely right. It's like, oh, Amanda, it's always the people that are like cheating or unfaithful that are like accuse the other people of. Or like you have stuff in your past because you have stuff in your past. That's always how it is. Debbie and Colt have ruined Pillow Talk. Wow, no. I absolutely cannot watch Pillow Talk because Colt's face triggers me. Oh, no, yeah. He's so gross, right? A background check with all her secrets. Tarek's brother is hilarious. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. It seems like Tariq's or Tarek, I know I like to say it the Arabic way. His brother or Annie would be the best parts of watching it. You're the Pillow Talk that I watch. Thanks, Bill. Cheaters are the worst accusers. Yeah. So yeah, everyone hates knowing Colt and Debbie on Pillow Talk. Annie and David are so funny. It seems like Kalani and Esulu are funny. Okay. Yeah, like everyone, some people keep talking about like Annie like cooks on a little hot plate during it, and I like would find that fascinating. Speaking of fascinating, I'll just talk about. I'm going to wrap up. Can you believe it? Speaking of fascinating, during this episode, one of the first scenes again with freaking goddamn it, Jehoon and his woman. You guys told me her name, and I forgot. But I think she looks like Drusilla from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Devo, whatever. When they were at meeting his friends, right, at the Korean street bar, his friends were like, it's just so fascinating to watch him with an American woman. It's fascinating. And I was like, yeah, it is. I had a meta experience where I was like, it's fascinating watching you. It's fascinating you watching them. I'm American, I'm watching the show. It's fascinating to watch cultures interact. You're a different culture, I'm a different culture, we're a different culture. We're all watching it, we're all thinking it's fascinating. And I just love that moment. Is that weird? I just was like, yeah, like it's such a simple concept. Two worlds coming together, fish out of water. It's like, in some ways, like age old Romeo and Juliet stuff. In some ways, it's just like, yeah, like classic fish out of the water, stereotypes of like plots of stories and stuff like that. But it is just like, I could watch this all day. They said Jehoon liked children, but I think that what they say was he's like a child. He's like a child. So yeah, I think that he is. He like can't keep money in his pocket. He like doesn't know what it's like to like have to have a child. He like didn't listen to his wife / baby mama when she said she had a car seat. I love you all so much. Thank you for everything, for your questions and being here in your vulnerability and honesty. Lisa, I love you. Colleen, thank you so much. Shantina, thank you so much. Chloe, Amanda, Janine, again, have a beautiful night. or sleep well. Thank you guys. I love you. Christian Gonzalez, I think it's gone. Angela, Violetta, thank you. I'm gonna try that place. Queen. You know what? If you find me, if you are on, I'm sorry, if you're on ClassPass, find me. I'm TT Fafa. Okay. All right, Booze. I wish I'd try and edit this live later on and cut out this last part. So we'll see. Sing off. Okay. So if you're still here, I appreciate it. It's 106 people in the room. There's 69 likes in this room. I really, if you haven't yet, consider giving this video a thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I said thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Oh, oh. That's for you, Queen. Okay, that last little thing I typed. Okay, Booze. See you soon. Look up my edited recap. Join Vanity Fair on Facebook if you haven't. I really want to see that picture of Sumit's wife, Amanda. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I've been doing content on 90 Day in My Life. I'm Chris L. Farah. That's me. Chris L. Farah. Who knows what the L stands for? Love. Like my love I have for all of you guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stand up for what you believe and make art. I love y'all. Love. Laughs. So many L's. Okay, base. Keep an eye out for the edited recap. Bye, Booze.